So one day I was going on a hike with my friends. I was invited by a friend of mine, and he already had a group together to go hiking with. I didn't know if I wanted to go on the hike or not, but my friends, they just kept telling me, hey, dude, you should totally go on this hike. How often are you going on a hike? I'm not going on a hike that often, right? Eventually, they get me to come around, and I decide, yeah, okay, I'll join you guys. All right, I'll go. And so the day comes when we go on the hike and we all carpool over to the park that we decide to go to. And in order to get on the path, I'm sure there was like another way to get on the path, but we decided to jump over a fence. And everybody else was doing that kind of normally, where they grab their hands and they step on the lower bar of the fence and then use their other leg to jump around over the fence. Meanwhile, there was me thinking, oh, wouldn't it be so cool to jump over the fence without using my hands? And I wanted to jump over it with just my legs, not even touch the fence at all. So herein lies the problem. I do a test jump before seeing if I could jump over the fence. And I had a bag on me and my phone on me, and I wasn't able to jump high enough for other people to believe that I could jump over it. But I was like, you know what? It's pretty close. If I took off this bag and I had a running start, maybe I can make it. And so I do just that. I took off my bag. Took a step back and decided to jump over it like it was a hurdle. And back in the day when I was in high school, I did track and field. I was never a hurdler. I was always the one doing long distance runs, but I played around with jumping over the hurdles myself, and I was always able to do the highest hurdle that you could possibly do at a high school level. And so that's where my confidence was. I felt confident that I could just hurdle over it. And so I take my running stance and I start speeding towards the fence. But then there was a problem. I realized that the ground that I'm running on is grass. And grass is notorious for not being completely flat, you know? I mean, it might look flat because, well, it's grass, but there are a lot of times where you can't see the bumps or any dips in the grass because the tall grass is covering it. And I end up taking a misstep, and as I jump, my right leg goes over the fence and my left leg is behind and it can't get over the fence at all. I get stuck mid-air and my left leg bangs against the fence. Everybody's faces turned to horror. They thought I was actually going to jump. They believed in me a little bit. They were like, okay, yeah, he could probably do this. If he's that confident, he should be able to do it, right? No, no, no. I lost all of my aura that day. Everybody was like, oh my God, what just happened? Oh wow, I don't know that guy. Luckily, I didn't have my balls crushed or anything, but there was a couple strangers walking on the path already, and they were very concerned with me. Like, how is he doing? Is he okay? Oh my gosh, that looked like it hurt. And to be honest, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt that much. But I did scrape my hand. Yeah, my hand was scraped pretty badly, and I took a moment just to hide it a little bit. I was a little ashamed of the jump and my hand being damaged, but eventually I showed them, oh yeah, my skin was peeled off when I fell on the ground. It didn't hurt that bad, but they were definitely like, you should do something about that for sure. Wash it off, put a bandage on. We're going to finish this hike. So yeah, that's just one of the stupid things that I have a tendency to do throughout my life. One of the earliest stupid things that I've done in my life would be stapling my thumb. I asked my brother, hey, bro, do you think I'll staple my thumb? And he said, okay, do it. And then I did it. He didn't actually think I would do it, but I was stupid enough to do it, you know? Obviously, as soon as I did it, I realized that I shouldn't have done it. And I was like, oh God, dude, get the staple out of my thumb. Another thing that I've done in my life was trying to attempt a backflip without having done a backflip before in my life. I've never trained for a backflip at all, and I had no idea how it would feel. But if you guys watched my last video where I talk about dancing at the 5th grade dance and wanting to pull off a crazy move that I've never attempted before. I did a kip up where, I'm laying flat against my back on the floor and my legs kick up and I managed to stand up without using my arms. Yeah, I do a kip up and I was able to do that for the first time. And at recess one day, after that dance, I realized, oh, I could do a lot of things that I probably don't know I can do. So what if I could do a backflip? And in front of my friends, I go, I'm going to try to attempt a backflip. And I try doing it. I jump and I try to bend myself backwards. I land flat on my back and it hurt. It took the air out of my lungs so quick. I had no idea what just happened. I felt like I was in a daze. It's that kind of pain where you don't want to move for a while because you just want to figure out what the heck just happened, what went wrong. Since then, I had never attempted a backflip on ground anymore. I have tried to attempt a backflip in my friend's pool, and it wasn't so bad. I eventually got over my fear of jumping backwards, but I still am not able to do a backflip, and I want to do that one day. If anyone could teach me how to do a backflip for free, that would be cool. That would be awesome. I just want to be able to do it, man. After doing all these stupid things, did I learn anything from them? Absolutely not. What am I to learn from doing something stupid? Not to do it again. Yeah. But then if I ever stop doing things just because I think I can't do them, I think I'm just feeding into the fear in my head. I want to be brave and I want to tackle things that I might be able to do, but I'm not sure that I can yet. I want to know the answer. The curiosity in my head is like, try it, man. See if it works. If it's not going to kill you, may as well try it. If it brings you eternal embarrassment and you lose the faith of your friends, that's the worst that could happen. I've disappointed my friends many times over, right? Okay, so I can do that. I'm not going to die of embarrassment. I think that's one thing that's really good about me. I am completely okay with feeling embarrassment. I think in middle school, I was so afraid to do things out of my bubble that it stopped me from actually doing anything that I wanted to do. And then in high school, I started to build my confidence back. The confidence I had back when I was in elementary school, when I was doing that backflip for the first time. And I might have too much confidence in my ability to do things, but at least I'm willing to try to do new things, even if I might not be able to pull it off. Like posting videos on YouTube and having a number of people judge me for how I talk, how I speak, or the stories that I tell, and potentially embarrass myself in these videos because I don't know how people are going to react. But I do know one thing. I want to make more YouTube videos and just tell stories and tell my story. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.